6 months after Paul Chase was shot in Wellington, and while the inquiry was still underway, an incident in downtown Auckland forced the armed offenders squads into the headlines once again.
Joseph Nihana Simpson was the offender in that one. He'd not long been released from prison. He'd gone down to a sports shop that was in QE2 Square to pretend to buy firearms. Threw the owners out, barricaded himself in the shop, and started to fire shots everywhere.
In October 1983, the Armed Offenders Squad was called to deal with prison parolee Joseph Simpson on a shooting spree in downtown Auckland.
On a number of occasions, he came out of the shop with 2 shotguns and was firing them off at random around the place, shop windows and what have you. At that stage, I'd gone through my training and was a dedicated sniper to the team. So I took up a position opposite the sports shop in the Air New Zealand building, as it was there.
I guess this guy should have been shot for what he was doing. But there was an inquiry going on at the time from some other shooting, and everybody was running scared, so there's no way in the world they're going to shoot him. In fact, I heard a squad member say, well, let's shoot him. And the reply from the other one was, well, you shoot him. I'm not going to shoot him. Nowadays, I think they'd blast him to hell and back, and quite rightly, too. Dogs were there, and they were the less violent means. They were going to be the weapons in which to get this guy. The tension around that truck, and I mean, you could smell it. I have never, ever been in a situation, and never ever wished to be in a situation like that again. You knew that the TV cameras were out there watching it, filming it, and the whole world was watching it.
The AOS commander thought it was time for the dogs and sent the dog Luke in.
Well, the dog was released, and bloody disaster.
With Luke shot, 2 more dogs were released.
The dogs in those days had always been taught to run after a moving target. Because Joseph stood still,
the dogs ran past him. They were released and they ran past him now. They just didn't put him down like they were supposed to. It just comes to a standstill. Nothing happens. It seemed like it, was an eternity. Somebody's got to do something.
From my position by the Air New Zealand building, people were screaming to me, he shot the dog, shoot him. He shot the dog, shoot him.
Even amidst all the mayhem, Derek still felt there was a chance to resolve the situation without having to shoot Simpson.
So when he came out of the shop again and I started to engage him in conversations, I saw the shotgun coming up and I ducked behind a concrete pillar and he let a shot go. I actually got a couple of ricochets off the wall in the back of my neck from that. It was building up very, very close to the time where I suppose we were going to have to do something far more serious to stop the situation. Fortunately for him, we could see through our scopes that he never had his finger on the trigger of the shotgun he was carrying.
After several hours of standoff, all hell broke loose. A nearby officer tried to disarm Simpson and failed, but Murray Morrissey saw his chance.
From where I am, I can get to him and drop my pistol as I went, because it was his baggage. I might have been better off performing a better tackle, Once it was done, of course, they came from everywhere, and it was all over. My sympathy lay with the handler and Luke, because he was put in an absolutely impossible situation. I've never told anyone before, and it's never ever been written down. But the handler was told by a squad member that next time he comes out, you let the dog go. And if Simpson brings his gun up, I'll shoot him. Now, secure in that knowledge that was going to happen, the dog was released.
Luke received get-well wishes from around the country. He recovered from his injuries and was awarded the Silver Medal for Bravery from the SPCA. But it was really only sheer luck that stopped the incident ending in more carnage than an injured dog. It was a stark reminder of the need to have squad members who stay cool under pressure.